I think Ben did an excellent job. He was actually player of the game for us this past week, so played about 70 snaps, which is a lot. And I talked to him beforehand earlier in the week that he was going to do that for us, so I thought he did a great job.
What kind of luxury is it to have a guy suspended, one of your most productive guys, and have a guy like that coming off the bench?
I look at all our guys really in our rotation as starters for us. And Ben's a starter. He did a great job. Northwestern, their run game was a big stretch, zone team, trying to get to the perimeters, and having a big guy like that out in space, he did a great job of containing them, forcing them to fight us in the phone booth, and that's what we want to do in the run game. Thought he did a great job.
Minnesota, how do they kind of use those tight ends, and then what kind of a challenge is that in the run game?
It's a big challenge. It's a big challenge. It's been a challenge for everybody. They line up those big tight ends that are like defensive ends, really, and they are a big downhill run team. And so when you have outside linebackers or smaller guys lined up in front of them, that's a big advantage to them. So we got a big challenge ahead of us in making sure that we be as stout as we can against those big tight ends. Last week against Illinois, it was 16-10 at halftime, and they ran the ball, I think, 30 out of the 35 plays that they had. And so it's going to be a big challenge for us to make sure that we win first, second down, put them in situations where they don't want to be in terms of throwing the football. So that's going to be the big emphasis for us this week.
Sorry if you were asked about this. What did you maybe just learn about the line when you're down Khalil and then Carlos is out, part of that game, just in terms of the extra work that those guys
well,
did?
you know what? This is probably the highest rep count I ever put on our guys so far this year. Stilly played 70 snaps. Darian Daniels was sitting anywhere between 60 snaps. Carlos Davis was about at 56 snaps. So that's the most that they put out the whole season. So I know they can put more, but I try to put them on a pitch count a little bit to try to keep them healthy throughout the season, throughout the game. But I know if I need it, they're definitely able to step up and do that, and they were able to do that for us with Khalil being down.
Do you adjust anything this week to give them a little extra rest after that kind of workload, or do you just move on?
Yeah, I took some off on Khalil, especially because he had some soreness on Monday, so pretty much laid off him a little bit. So try to do the best I can throughout the week to take care of the guys, because at the end of the day, it's trying to get those guys 100% by the time we get to Saturday.
I feel like they played at a pretty high level for the duration of all those snaps.
Yeah, I really did. And the great thing about it is during the breaks that they got there, they were able to recover really fast. And that's a testament to Coach Duval and the strength program for them to be able to put out as many reps as they did on the field, to come back and recover and go back out. They did a great job of doing that.
How did Casey, I saw he came in and got a series there, how did he do?
He did fairly well. Casey coming in, getting some snaps, and I'm going to try to get him some more snaps as we go along. My goal is to try to get him as many live game reps as I can before the season's over, because we're going to need Casey in his development from years to come, and he's going to be a really good player for us.
You've seen Darian make more and more of an impact as the weeks have gone on.
Yeah, he's been consistent. He's been real steady. I'm proud of him as a leader, but he's a guy that I know I can always count on to be productive for us. But not only as a football player, but in terms of a leader, the mentality. He's always pushing the guys up front to stay focused every rep. There could be a series where we'll lose the battle, where they'll score some points on us, and he's back on the sideline, keeping the guys up and keeping them focused. So those are the things that you look for in a leader, and he does a great job for us in that.
From sheer size standpoint, is Minnesota the biggest team you guys have played this year?
Yeah, they're Ohio State was a really big group, different type of group, right? Ohio State is big and athletic guys. These guys are maulers, downhill guys, especially with their tight ends. And then they got big Daniel Failele in there too as well. So that's a big guy there that we're going to have to make sure that we try to knock him off as much as we can, and then try to use our athleticism, get around. So we just kind of change it up where we're going to move on them the times that we get to take shots on them. So just we've got to do a great job up front to try to stop the run.
Does that rotation become even more important in a game like this? They possess the ball quite a bit too. Yeah. They hold on for a while.
Yep. They did a great job. Like talked about the Illinois game, they ran about 30 out of the 35 or 36 times in the second half. And I think they ran about 20 times right in a row back to back. So, again, the emphasis for us is to win first, second down, put them in third down situations, and get a chance to try to get after them.
Hey, given the number of snaps that Ben and Darian had to play last week, how well did those two guys play for you?
They played awesome. Ben was the player of the week for us for the defensive line. Played 70 snaps. right? And we were out there for about 81 total, and he was there for 70 of those. But his conditioning was great. You know, I think it's a testament, to, especially with Darren, testament to Zach Duvall and the staff in terms of being able to get those guys to perform at a high level. It take a lot of snaps to be able to recover and come back out. I think Steele did a great job, especially out on the edges. Like the ball couldn't come out, you know, we were able to take advantage of that and be able to, you know, be physical at the tight end, keep the ball in the box, and that was a big part of our game plan, and we did a good job of doing that. But he was instrumental in that.
How did
Casey played well. You know, he didn't get as many snaps as I thought he was going to get. A lot of that was determined just based off the flow of the game. It was a really close game, so our guys had to stay in the whole time. You know, so I'm going to try to get him as many reps as I can throughout the season because he's going to be a kid that we're going to definitely need. So the more game reps I can get him throughout the season, the better for us.
His progression been like?
From
the beginning, since he got
you
here
know,
until now.
We do team tempo every period, every day, and Keem runs with the one group every period. When we go team tempo, because I want him to get the pace of the game. I want him to play fast against good on good. So he knows that. That's part of his development plan that we got put together. But he's getting better and better every week. Like his conditioning is not an issue. I think he's in good shape right now where he can run consistently at a lot of plays in a row. But it's just the playbook he's got down. So I think he's in a place where he can help us out, definitely when he shows up again.
When you're facing kind of that downhill mauler type of offensive line, does that change your rotation at all, or the mindset?
No, it's more of a mindset for our guys to be stout, to be able to strike it and run our feet on contact, be able to win our one-on-ones at the point of attack. But, you know, we know it's going to be a cold game. It's going to be a downhill run game. So our guys know they're going to be in the rotation, keeping them fresh as much as possible. But we got to win at the point of attack, especially on early downs.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Casey was saying that he's embraced that role of kind of being the next man out. He's learning from some of the older guys. Have you observed that? And what does that say about him as a player right now?
Yeah, he's doing a great job, you know, understanding that there's so much to learn as a young player, especially with the guys that he has in front of him. He's got great examples in Ben Stille and Khalil Davis and Darren Daniels and Carlos Davis, where he knows that his time is going to come. And his mindset just needs to be, how better can I be? How can my good get better, and can my better be best, right? And that's the mentality that he's going to have. And all our guys pretty much have that. So he's doing a great job in terms of progressing with that.
Scott said that the redshirt conversation could be sort of week to week, but with Keem sort of being in a unique position, you have a plan on which games it is you'd like to use him?
We have an idea of the games that we want to use him. Obviously, a lot of it's going to be depending on the roster.
Yeah.
If a guy goes down, it is what it is. But if we had our pick, we're going to try to get him ready for the big teams, right? Or we're going to need him to be physical up front. And so we got some games kind of mapped out where we're going to use him.
One more for Coach, guys.
I was just curious, when you play a younger offense the way that Minnesota is that different in the way that you prepare? Like, do you have less tape on them? Do you see that in experience? Like, it's what marks?
No, I mean they're undefeated. They do a great job of doing their offense at a high level. They got big tight ends and they like to run downhill, and they force teams to stop them for a second down. 3 yards is a win to them. 4 yards is a win to them. So we got to do a good job of not letting them get those yards early on. Force them in third and long situations where they have to throw the football and where we can take advantage of rushing after the quarterback.
How did Khalil handle that suspension? And what did you see him do, during that time?
Yeah, well, obviously it wasn't easy for him, but I thought he handled it like a pro. He's a senior. He understands what he did wasn't right. And, there's nothing he can do to go back and fix that. The only thing he could do was try to help his teammates, and I thought he did a great job on the sideline, being the extra eyes and ears for the players when they came out off the field. He was talking to them, giving them things in terms of what he saw. I saw him do a great job in talking with Ben Stille a lot during the breaks, and talking with Carlos and helping out Casey when he went in the game. So I thought he did a great job in terms of handling that. Obviously, it's not the easy thing to do.
Have you noticed him come back hungrier, for this game?
Yeah, going through that experience, once something's taken away from you, you get to realize how important and precious these moments are. He's never going to get that game back. So you tend to appreciate every moment, every practice you have. So he's already mentioned that, being back on the field and being happy to be back out with everybody.